let's look into 2XKO. One of my most anticipated up and coming games to be released to the market, right? Think League of Legends, but with Marvel versus Capcom or Legacy assist-based fighting game knowledge and mechanics into like a League of Legends IP property. The last time we played 2XKL was in the first like beta or the first like alpha lab. I think that was like in October-ish, and that was like me with Orlando, and Orlando Glock Saint on here hooked us up with an alpha lab like friend voucher code, and I could get like my chance into 2XKO. I didn't get a personal code, but like, yeah, man, 2XKO is pretty like fucking fire. It's got all these like crazy like, you know, assist based like mechanics. It's got simplified controls, right? It has all of these like, you know, cool like accessible like elements that they want to really bridge. Like devs Tom and Tony Cannon, the Cannon brothers, like where my webcam is, they really want to make like a fighting game that wants to get into like fighting games and want to show off like their newfound love and appreciation to newbies who have friends that are like, you know, let's say are into fighting games but want to like, you know, get those like players, like let's say League of Legends specific players into fighting games. But the hard part is like, you know, League of Legends players will only play like, you know, League of Legends players, right? Things like that, or Riot games specific. But they want to tackle like fighting games, right? And how to make it like easier so that, you know, like a person who's not into fighting games, they can technically like play it, right? And so 2XKO is set like game where you have simplified controls, simplified supers and mechanics, right? Things like that, and you have a very well-known like IP like League of Legends with over 150 plus like, you know, characters, and how the graphics like look and the art style looks in 2XKO. Yeah, man, like I would love to like play 2XKO, or any League of Legends fan would love to like get their hands on like 2XKO, right? The only problem is that it is an assist-based fighter, or like an assist fighter. So there's gonna be a lot of like, you know, like things that will, you know, turn off a new player or a casual player to like that specific fighting game genre. I made this like, you know, allegory or statement that like, yeah, like, you know how like League of Legends have like, you know, I mean, it is a video game, but it is one of those like video games where like both guys and gals can play, right? Team-based games, right? Cooperative, competitive team-based games. You're not gonna sell like, I mean, you're gonna sell like a guy player who can be like down for like anything, but can you sell like, you know, not to be, you know, like that way, but it's just like realistic. And again, like I've always said this example a couple of times, but can you get like a girl player to play like 2XKO? Even if you're like vast interest, and if you are, how long will it be? Right? Like fighting game fans, this game is made for like fighting game fans. And if you're a fighting game fan, you're going to play it for like more than like a month or so, or a week or so. But if not, then at best you're going to be playing it less than a month, or even worse, like more than like less than a week. You know, there are things in 2XKO that will like, you know, definitely give like that feeling, like I don't want to play this anymore. And that is like that. And like, yeah, like I could imagine like, you know, a League of Legends like girl player right? Again, not to be like, like that type of guy, but like just trying to be like, real. And unless you could like, tell me like if you like fighting games and if you are like, girl gamer, girl gamer, yeah, let me know, right? I love to like, hear and what are your like your thoughts on 2XKO or like fighting games. I've been waiting for more updates on the game. I've been always like trying to register for the playtest myself and see like when it does happen, the next alpha lab. And then the next alpha lab is going to be like, soon-ish. When's it gonna be? When can I like play it, right? Because I want to play more of this game. This game's mad fun.
It's Tom here. I'm here with Sean and Clock for a dev update on. Hey everyone, it's Tom here. I'm here with Sean and Clock for a dev update on 2XKO. Last month, we announced that we're revisiting our plans for Alpha Lab 2. And after that, we know you had a lot of questions. You wanted to know what we've been working on ever since our first Alpha Lab last August. So in this video, we're gonna catch you all up. We'll go over all the big gameplay changes since Alpha Lab 1 and walk you through our newest champion, Jinx, and finish off with the dev show match. First, let's talk about how Alpha Lab 2 fits into our overall development plan. Until now, the focus has been getting our core gameplay right by building and testing demos of the game at events like EVO and Combo Breaker.
Oh, you lucky bastards.
On track. At this point, we're feeling pretty confident about the core game, and so we're entering a new stage of development and shifting our focus to the mountain of surrounding work that it takes to launch a really great game. This is stuff like back-end servers, improving matchmaking, localization, and UI. Alpha Lab 2 was intended to be a larger scale playtest on the road to launch, but as we were putting it together, we find ourselves having to make some short-term trade-offs that could end up ultimately delaying the launch of the game. So we decided to downsize that test in the spirit of getting the full game out to everyone as soon as we can. We're still planning a large-scale playtest closer to the actual launch, and as we dial in the details, we'll continue to put the game together and keep you in the loop. Since we know you're itching for news, for the entire rest of this video, we're just gonna show you all the things we've been working on ever since Alpha Lab 1. You ready? Let's go.
All right, so I want to talk about the first of the 4 areas, gameplay and control simplicity. So we just received a lot of feedback that inputs felt confusing, inconsistent, and that there's actually some that overlapped and you're trying to do one thing, but you got the wrong outcome. So what we did was we took a look.
So they're changing
the gameplay, and we simplified and
they're changing some mechanics in the game. Okay.
Start with the first one, launchers and anti-airs. So if you remember before in Alpha Lab 1, down heavy was your anti-air, and down forward heavy was your launcher. And this is pretty confusing. So what we did was we made it so that just down heavy is your launcher that has.
I don't know if y'all can see, right? I don't know if y'all can see, but like, damn, Jinx looks fucking good, bro. Like, goddamn, very fucking tall. Like, even more like taller than like maybe Yasuo. Jinx, it looks really like good in here, man.
Go ahead and jump at me, Clock. Be able to have a little invincibility there, and you can follow the combo, which is great.
Down H.
Your launcher.
Down H is launcher and anti-air.
There's no more.
Oh yeah, because down
separate things.
Forward
some characters
H is.
Or
Okay.
the other, they just remain with one. But characters like Darius and a few others, we actually kept that move on their kit with a different input. So this button for Darius used to be his anti-air. This is now forward and heavy, so you can still use it for pressure and combo routes and things like that.
Oh.
I also want to talk about sweeps and overheads. So before, the input for overhead used to be forward and medium, and we got a lot of feedback that people were like, hey, I'm running after people and I'm trying to hit medium to start pressure or combo, but I'm actually getting my overhead, and it didn't feel very good. So they're now, characters that have overheads, they're now on down, forward, and medium. And we're trying to consolidate that, as well as sweep is down, forward, heavy. So anybody that has a sweep, it's on down, forward, heavy. The other thing I want to talk about was team button simplification. Forward plus team to call your forward assist, especially out of block, was a little bit of a struggle because sometimes you would get push block and then, lose a bar, and it just wasn't very intuitive with how you'd want to pressure folks. So now, you just press team, that does your old forward assist. Just like before, holding back and hitting team, that does your back assist. Then you might be wondering like, well, hey, how do I do tag launcher? Because I used to press team for that. Well, we want to make it consistent and easy to remember. If down and heavy is your launcher with anti-air properties, then down and team is your tag launcher. And so those are pretty consistent now. And easy to remember. And Alpha Lab 1,
weird.
Used to be able to.
Because I remember like in the old beta, in the old Alpha Lab, light, medium, heavy, and T is like your Street Fighter Cross Tekken like auto combo series into tag switch. Now they made it right into light, medium, heavy, and then down and tag for combo tag switch, which is, you know, not that bad, but also it's like, yeah, you have to like put it in your conscience that you have to press down and do it. It's not just like the Magic series and you have to do it, because now in this version you have down H, which acts as like your launcher and your anti-air. Works for most of the characters except for some like Darius, because, you know, down H is like your specific anti-air. And yeah, so it's going to be like a universal down H for every character that's like an anti-air and a launcher, except for those that are, you know, in the minority few. Universal launcher. I hope Lawi gets like a down H like anti-air / launcher.
Hold forward plus team or hold back plus team to get a charge assist or a running assist. We removed that from the game except for in sidekick fuse, which is a new fuse I'll talk about in a bit. But the reason we removed it was it actually led to some pretty stale gameplay across all teams. Where you sit full screen, you hold forward or back plus team, you send your assist across, and you see what happens. If it hit, you handshake tag and you do a big combo. If they blocked it, you handshake tag and you do pressure. If they jump, you handshake tag and then you jump and air throw or launch or anti-air. And then they're like, well, I'm just gonna hit the assist. Well, then you punish them with your point for hitting it. So on top of that too, it actually allowed for a lot of follow-ups that we really didn't intend for. And it just started to make kits a little bit more homogenized than we like. I'll give you an example, like Darius S2 knocks you really far away, you know, outside of the corner. But with charge assists, you could just hold it and run across the screen and follow up. And so again, it made a lot of the situations and outcomes pretty similar. So we're excited to separate that out a little bit.
Oh.
Looking at the next section.
Toning down charge, okay.
Super input simplification.
There you go.
There we go, we got there. We heard a lot of feedback around down being a struggle on some peripherals in particular, but even on ones that folks were mixed about. So we removed that as the input for supers and now made it a lot easier. Now the input is hitting any normal plus special. So for super 1, you hit, I can do S1 plus L, and that will go ahead and do the super for Darius. But you notice I can do any normal with this S1 to get that super. So I can do M plus S1. I can do S1 plus, you know, H. They all give me that S1 super.
Sean, what about S2 super?
Oh yeah, S2 super. Same thing. So you hit S2 plus any normal button. So S2 plus L gives me that S2 super. S2 plus M, same thing. And then S2 plus H. This is important for us because, you know, 1, it's a struggle, we know, to do like down on analog sticks. But 2, like you might have your button set up on your peripheral in a way where one normal might be better positioned to hit with that special than a different one. So we really want you to have, like, you know, the best way to get these things out. And that's
so let's do like a visualization real quick. So you have like your standard like arcade stick. By the way, Quamba arcade stick, Guilty Gear XR, by the way. Now supers are instead like, this is light, medium, heavy, and then super 1, super 2, and then tag. And to input like supers back in the old beta, it's down special for your super. So down. Or just do, or if you want to do ultra, down with 2 of them. Now it's going to be changed to like light and super, light and special, or medium heavy. Or if you do special 2, light and special 2, medium and special 2. Now it's going to make the game a lot more easier, because yeah, I could definitely vouch what they're like saying. Yeah, down can be a really like, yeah, to press down, it's relatively easy as well. But there will be like at times where like you want to do it like super fast, and depending on like the opponent's like connection or like how carelessly fast you input down, sometimes it may not even register. So making it like this move, so you would have to like macro, like, you know, play it like a piano, like your finger should be like this. No, sorry, that's the middle finger should be like this, or like this to execute like a super, right? That's gonna make the game hella crazy. Ultras are gonna be.
Yeah, so it should be pretty straightforward and easy. Also, want to talk a little bit about ultimates. S1 plus S2, that does your ultimate now. You may have noticed just
Ultimates are now just pressing S1 and S2 as long as you have meter. As long as you have meter.
Just here that they cost 3 bars now. This is pretty important because we really wanted to make them feel impactful and a little bit rare. And so when you see them, you know they hit. We've adjusted the damage accordingly as well. And also, we also adjusted meter gain. And then I want to talk a little bit about happy birthdays. Specifically, I know some of you, myself included, may have been in Alpha Lab. You got this happy birthday, clock's 9 over here, and you know, one of the characters falls out. And if it's their point character and they punish you while you're still doing the combo, you're like, why did I get punished for hitting both of their characters at once? What is happening here? So we reduced global hit pause and made some key adjustments to counter hit pause as well in order to remove some of those cases where the happy birthday would just drop unexpectedly. And to a similar effect, assists no longer enter the battlefield if the point champions hit before the assist lands. Those reductions actually make combos a little bit shorter and made the game feel a bit faster. One other thing I want to talk about here too was parry. So we heard a lot of pain around parrying a physical attack and then accidentally getting another parry afterwards, causing you to not only whiff that parry, but lose that meter and then get punished by your opponent. You're like, hey, this is a sharp reversal of fortune. Can we not do that? And so, yeah, so we took that out, of course. On physical hit, I'll go ahead and parry it. Finally, we increased input consistency in various advanced situations, like when you're double tapping. So folks that were using
Street Fighter 6 parry effect?
Find things a lot more consistent. We made some changes to fuses and other core gameplay systems, you know, based on a lot of stuff that we heard. And I actually kind of wanted to talk a little bit about new fuses and Pulse. Starting a little bit with Pulse, folks had a lot of really great feedback around it. You know, you may have seen, you know, the message I shot out last month, you know, talking about, hey, that fact that's not a fuse anymore. And more specifically, folks wanted to pair it with like other fuses in the game, especially when they're duoing and bringing their friend onto their team. They still wanted to use a fuse, but maybe have their friend use Pulse while they didn't use it. We actually have it as a toggle in Champ Select. Anybody can turn it on and off at that moment and try it out. So let us know what you think. So let's get into Champ Select. Luckily, it remembers the last selection. So I'll go Yasuo. I'll go Darius. So you notice here at the bottom, it says Pulse Combo. So any of us can hit this button. You see at the top, the old Pulse icon appears, and that means that you have Pulse enabled. And you know, just as a reminder, Pulse, you know, will let you mash light, medium, or heavy, and they'll go into like a short combo. And if you have the meter, it'll do a super. You know, there's still like much better combos to do out there, but it's a really great start if you want to get in there and have a good time and start to learn the flow of what these characters can do.
We also made a small change to Pulse in which we still wanted you to be able to chain like light attacks. So you can hold back or down back and mash light, and you'll just get chainable light attacks and not the whole Pulse combo.
So I want to talk about
So
first I want to talk about Sidekick, which I'm going to have
optional pulses. It's not just
take Juggernaut.
It's pulses like is your auto combo, and in the old Alpha Lab, it was a fuse or like, you know, a groove in 2x KO. Allowed you to do like beginner friendly auto combos, right? As long as you like mash buttons and have, you know, the right amount of sauce, right amount of meter. Now to just make that like an optional like choice for you. Oh, can I have Pulse on? Yeah, you can do it. And it's universal for everybody.
Fight as a single champion with enhanced powers. We're gonna talk about those powers in a second. We'll first talk about Sidekick a little bit. A lot of y'all like asked us like, hey, I want to learn this game, but I kind of want to learn a support role. You know, I want to like help my friend, but maybe not like be the star of the show when I really haven't like taken the time to learn the game or learn a specific character and not have all that pressure on me. So we listened, and so we came up with this fuse called Sidekick, where the character that you start with on point, they never switch out. You know, however, your friend can come in and perform an assist, but they don't switch out ever there. You know, they can also do charge assist. So you remember before I was like, hey, those are gone from the game except for Sidekick. So Tom, if you like hold the team button, see the old charge assist is back. Already they're hitting that synergy. Another cool thing is, you know, this Sidekick can actually get up to 5 bars a meter. And so I have a meter maxed out now, but you see us both with 5 bars. For sidekick, your point character gets a little bit of a health boost along with a defensive boost once they're at 20% or less health.
30%.
Sorry, 30% less health. Apologies. The cool thing is that the assist can perform a super in tandem with their point character. And so let's see if you guys can do that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do my S2 super Tom, and then you can just mash your Time Wander super.
We'll try.
There you go.
Wow.
Ooh. Could have been a little juicy there. If you notice, like, Sidekick has Fury Break at the start. You know, we used to call the combo breaker system in our game dynamic.
Oh, okay. Team DHC.
It's a lot of words, all right? And so we now just call it break. When one of your champions dies, your remaining champion will get 50% of their break meter, and it will change to this new meter at the top you see called Fury Break. These two uses, Sidekick and Solo, they actually start off with Fury because, of course, they don't have another champ. The really cool thing about Sidekick is that the assist character, the assist champion, the person using it, can actually like reduce the combo damage their point is receiving. We call it like combo softener internally.
Combo softener.
It's really cool visual and sound effect. And you start to learn the timing of combos.
To learn laundry?
When you're doing it, but you really feel like you can help out.
How do you do it?
So basically, you press any attack button the moment that the opponent's attack lands. So
we're gonna try it. We're gonna see you do this. The little blue glow is the softener. Ooh,
yeah,
ooh.
a little too early, but yeah,
Terrible.
You got it.
All right.
And so it's actually really fun to like learn the timing and help out in that way. Again, it's just another way for someone to play a support role as a sidekick. Then I want to talk about Juggernaut. So that's the.
Okay, so that's the fuse for sidekick. Wow, really? So it's mainly like, okay, I don't want to. It's very like, you know, cooperative team coded. Hence, like, it's Riot. It's like, you know, League of Legends, right? Some, you know, players are out there that some players are out there are more, you know, into the support role. Like, they just don't want to be aggressive like other players are. They would just rather, like, you know, heal the team to secure, like, a win. You know, perfectly natural. And so they incorporated that here into 2x KO. So you have like a champion on the back end that's like you have a champion on the back end that's like your support, or sorry, your like your cheerleader, right? And the cheerleader gives you like a boost, right? And if you don't want to do anything, you could just play sidekick. You get to have access to tags, so you get to spam out like assists, but not inherently like manually controlling the character. Rather, you're just at the side and just helping them out, like making like, you know, good shot call good shot call assists to disrupt them, and you let your partner do the work. And you could also help your partner, like if they get hit, you could get to play technically like a rhythm game, because fighting games are technically rhythm games if you really think about it. Mash like a specific like button and you get to like save your comrade from certain death. Kind of like Genius, right? Where I would see this as the target demographic, gamer couples. Man, you come back from work, right? You go cuddle with your significant other, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, you know, shit like that. Babe, I want to play 2x KO, but I don't want to play. It's too stressful. I had a stressful day at work. Some mean guys were picking on me. Can you like play the game and I'll be your cheerleader? Yeah. Like kiss him on the cheek. That's kind of like where I see the most popular for this like fuse, right? Like, you know, gamer couples, right? Of course it could be like for everyone, but I'm just like assuming, sorry for again assuming, this for like gamer couples. It could also be like, you know, homie with homie, right? I just want to help you, since I know how to play the game. I'm gonna help my homie who's not like into fighting games get his feet wet. So I'll be able to help you out and assist you, but not like properly, you know, be the star. You be the star, right? Because they're most generally like 1v1s, right? Assist-based fighters are generally like 1v1. You don't get to technically control them unless it's like, what, fan mods like MVCIB, right? But yeah, this is pretty fucking interesting. This is like, you know, revolutionary, I feel.
Fuse that I have on my side of the screen. This fuse was one where we talked to a lot of players that let us know like, hey, I really want to get into this game, but I really want to start by just learning a single champion. I don't even want to learn another champion to call assists or help out. Just want to focus really on one specific character and like learn him to the max.
Kiss him on the cheek, like, can I rest on your shoulders, babe? Can I hold your hand while playing? Like, you have one unused hand. Can I hold your unused hand?
Sidekick, there's a max of 5.
Can you warm my hand with your pocket?
A health boost, and you gain a defensive boost when you're at 30% or less health. You also don't have access to assists. You have access to Fury Break at the round start.
Also, Fury is now Juggernaut. Okay.
This one's interesting that you can cast self double down, meaning you can do super into super or super into ultimate.
Oh.
I'll show you what that looks like. So we'll do this, and I can do S2 super. I did a little early, but you kind of get the idea, right? You pop it, wait for the juice to happen, maybe
Hey, Sean,
run up.
I noticed like you're playing as just as Yasuo, but you picked 2 champs.
Yeah, exactly. You want to tell a little about that, Clock?
Yeah, so, you know, Sidekick and Juggernaut, they're unique in that during gameplay, the point and the assists cannot switch roles. However, during pre-round agency, so when it says ready, fight, we allow in all the fuses for players to switch by holding the team button, then it could do a quick tag. That's also the same case for Juggernaut and Sidekick. So in the case of Sidekick, you know, I'm Sean's sidekick, but maybe the next round we want to switch it up a bit. We can switch at the beginning of the round, and then I am the new point character, and then Sean is my sidekick. Same for Juggernaut as well. If you can pick 2 characters, you don't even have to play the second character, but you can always switch between them from round to round.
Say like Tom and Clock just rocking my Yasuo, and I lose that round, but you know I've done a little bit of look ahead. I know they're not good against Darius, so at the start of the next round, I'll just like hold that team button and switch to Darius. But again, that round I got only Darius.
Yeah, you're locked Darius.
Yeah. Another mechanic that only Juggernaut gets access to, which is something we call eject. And so because the team button has no assist to call, and there's no tag launcher or another champion to tag to, just hitting team causes this eject state, which forces their point character out and forces that assist character in, and now that's their new point. And so you could do things like this.
It's
you know, they
force swap. Okay.
A little bit of guess, like Clock's amazing. He got that block. Please don't gas him up too much. Like I have to deal with that. But
my defense. What can I say? What can I say?
He does a good defense.
What can I say?
Again, like Juggernaut was just something that we really wanted like folks to just focus on that one character and get in there and get in the mix. So you also notice again it starts with Fury right out the gate. And again, we'll talk a little bit about Fury later. The next thing I want to talk about was Limit Strike. So again, this is along the lines of really just enabling y'all to have some really interesting decisions in all kinds of situations at various points of the fight. One of the ways our combos work is that if you do like what we call like a major reaction, like a ground bounce or a wall bounce or a tumble, you do one of those in a combo, you don't get another one. So if you try to do another one, it just ends the combo. But now, depending on what you end the combo with, you get a little bit of a bonus on top of it. So I'll give you an example. If you end a combo after you've already done a reaction with a ground bounce, you get extra damage. If you do another wall bounce, you get extra meter. So you see extra pops up on the bottom left.
Sorry.
And if you do like another tumble, if I was good enough, it does a hard knockdown.
Oh.
Hard knockdown. I can't.
Or so are these like combo limiters, right?
Stuck holding whatever mix-up they have.
Another thing I want to talk about was meter and damage decoupling. So we saw a lot of routes.
So you have
that kind of resulted
hard knockdowns and what was like that wall bounce shit? Hold on.
The most damage in meter I can.
Sorry. What was that wall bounce shit?
Like a ground bounce or a wall bounce or a tumble. You do one of those in a combo, you don't get another one. So if you try to do another one, it just ends the combo. But now, depending on what you end the combo with, you get a little bit of a bonus on top of it. So I'll give you an example. If you end a combo after you've already done a reaction with a ground bounce, you get extra damage. If you do another wall bounce, you get extra meter. So you see extra meter bonus pops up on the bottom left. And if you do
really?
Let's see. Extra meter. So you see extra meter bonus pops up on the bottom left. And if you do like another tumble, if I was good enough, it does a hard knockdown.
Yeah, hard knockdown. I can't roll forward or back, so I'm kind of stuck holding whatever mix-up they have.
Another thing I want to talk about was meter and damage decoupling. So we saw a lot of routes in Alpha Lab 1 that kind of resulted in, how do I get the hard knockdown? And hey, what is the most damage and meter I can get like to get there? But in Alpha Lab 1, these things, meter and damage, weren't decoupled. So it meant a lot of the decisions around the routes that you would pursue just weren't very interesting. As a result, in this new version that you're going to play, meter and damage are now separated from one another. And attacks build up very specific amounts of meter, independent of the damage done.
Oh god, so cool, Yasuo combos. God damn, man.
Damage, or
look at this weeb.
Less damage, but maybe gives me more meter, or even position as well.
God damn.
We want to give players.
God damn. I'm gonna look at that combo again. What the fuck?
And this just allows you to choose like, hey, do I want to pick a specific route for damage, or do this other route that might do less damage, but maybe gives me more meter, or even position as well.
So this combined with the limit strike system, we really want to give players a lot of decision making within their combos based on how they want to end and their champions and how they can capitalize off of these different enders.
Exactly. And Clock talked a little bit about like hard knockdown, limiting some options. And so I want to talk a little bit more about that. We actually gave you some options when you get knocked down so that you're not just like stuck there and having to just guess for your life all the time over and over again and literally just stuck in the forever vortex off of everything. So when we knock you down, actually let me use a different one.
You can sweep me.
Okay, I'll just sweep you. You have a bunch of options now. So you can hold forward and roll forward. And this, as you saw, this does go through you. And this can be a way to get you out the corner.
Oh, cool. Get off me tools.
And then you still like can use your
wake up rolls. Well. Okay.
Oh, sorry. I was holding that. There you go. All right.
And that's just like holding S1 or S2.
Yeah, and we've also made a change to the get up attack in that it breaks armor now. So you can't just like blow through get up attacks with armor.
Yeah.
Get up attack in that it breaks armor now, so you can't.
It breaks
just,
armor.
Through get up attacks with armor.
Yeah, we were seeing a lot of folks just really reduce all the decisions on wake up just by getting some ice on Brahm's shield and doing an armored swing, and even like beating get up attack was pretty rough. I want to talk a little bit about assist speed as well.
Damn.
And so
it's not totally invincible. Okay.
Flying in way too quick. Like,
characters can't just like spam get up. Okay.
Shoulder,
cool.
Echo Chrono Strike, Ari Spirit Rush. It was like right away. There was like no reaction time whatsoever. And so we slowed it down a little bit. So the assist that comes in, it went from 10 frames to 15 frames, and just allowing for a little bit more interaction as well. So like I was even able to block. I wouldn't have been able to block that before. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, so let's talk about the feedback surrounding player agency. We heard that most players didn't mind making mistakes, but did mind when they frequently found themselves in zero agency states for long periods of time. So we've been working on some changes designed to increase the fun uptime and reduce the amount of time you spend trapped in the corner, getting comboed, et cetera, et cetera. So first up, let's talk about dynamic save. We're now calling dynamic save break. And
thank you.
Yeah. The hitbox now gets bigger over time, and then blocking break is easier to combo from. So yeah. Hey. You also get 50% break meter after a champion dies. Why? Well, we saw and heard that how hard it was to make a comeback. So even when folks were evenly skilled, it's hard to come back. As a result, we removed Fury as a fuse and now have a new system called Fury Break.
Fury Break, okay.
Some of the new fuses. So when a champion dies, you gain 50% break meter and becomes Fury Break, which gives you a 25% damage boost and a 25% damage reduction.
Oh.
It's the same way as you activate break.
It's universal for everybody.
S1 or S2 plus a team button. Of course, if you're playing duos, then your duo does that for you. There are several types of Fury Break activation. So Sean's doing it offensively. So, you do it in the middle of a combo, it does a wall bounce, and you get, it allows for follow-up. So, you can end your combo with it to increase your damage, or do it at the beginning of the combo to increase your damage. The bonuses that you get, so like the damage reduction and the damage boost, it allows for 10 seconds when you do it offensively.
Oh, whoa.
If you do it defensively, you get those same bonuses. So you can Fury Break here. Yeah. So similarly, Sean has Fury Break activated right now, also lasts 10 seconds. The big difference is that if he does it in neutral, so if he doesn't do it offensively or defensively, just does it in neutral, the bonus actually lasts for 20 seconds. So, we want
20 seconds?
20 seconds. So, but, that means you can't use it in a combo, and that also means you can't use it to save yourself. So that's the sort of trade-off.
Sure.
One of the great things about Fury Break is when you're in that Fury state, you can dash cancel, and it removes 5 seconds off the clock. So after your remaining time, rather. And so I'll go ahead and show you. I have it on. You can dash cancel any special or normal.
Oh, that's so cool.
Which is really powerful. And so.
Oh, really?
Let's see if clock can block this.
Wow.
Oh my.
So.
Oh, brother.
There's a lot of what-ifs.
Yeah, brother. Oh my.
So it's kind of the idea of like
on a character like Yasuo. Damn.
It's still similar. We call it Fury Break. It's still similar. Like it works like a combo breaker. You can still like get them off of you and have a little bit of time. But hey, if you want to use this thing offensively, if you want to like pressure, like if you just block,
right?
Like, sorry if I do this. They're stuck there for a second, so like they have to guess now, like, and then, and so there's a lot of pressure that can be had. What it is when it comes down to Fury and Fury Break, I know again we showed like Juggernaut and Sidekick, and they start with it on because they only have those single champions up front. But in any other fuse like Double Down, 2x assist, Freestyle. Once your first champion dies, just remember you get that 50% Fury Break meter, and Fury Break is on. It's ready to go once you decide to use it.
Cool. So let's talk about push block. We got a lot of feedback.
Okay, so you get like, well, Juggernaut, you get like some big bonuses. You could still use like assists in the game, right? I think, right? Because that's like what I heard. But like, damn, Fury be kind of nice. So that's where Fury went. So it's gonna be like like fucking X Factor or Sparking, right? Like you get to pop this shit like on offense or defense. You get like this cool like 10-second timer to do like, crazy like dash cancels and, continue pressure, right? Or you could do it like in neutral. You get the risk, you get like 20 seconds and you could do like up to technically 2 like 2 dash cancels, but you do lose the ability to like get that get off me type of like situation. Maybe that should have been more applied to like defense rather than offense though, right? Because like it's like a comeback move. It's like a literal like burst or get off me. I feel like that would have been better in the 10-second would have been like in offense or in neutral rather than in like and in 20 seconds in defense rather than in like 10 seconds for offense and defense and then neutral in 20 seconds. If you get hit, right, it's game over. We're talking like characters can do like 50 to 60% if they have like resources, right? If they know like their routes. It would have been better if you do like 20 seconds because that's like the big like comeback. I don't know if I agree with that. You should reward like more defense than offense because obviously 2x KO will be by nature very offensively focused, right? It is a tag-based game, so players can theoretically come up with so many ways to open you up, right? Because that's like the nature of assist-based fighters. We've been through this shit with BlazBlue Cross Tag. We've been through this shit with Dragon Ball Z, Marvel 3, MVCI. Any game that has an assist-based, like, mechanic in there, right? So, yeah, like, I don't agree with the decision of, like, neutral, though. I don't agree with that. I'd rather have it be, like, more defense, because that gives the time for the player being on the disadvantage a chance to, like, rise up and take, and utilize their momentum. Not take their momentum, utilize their momentum. I don't know how I feel about that, but we'll see.
In Alpha Lab 1, that push block was just not available enough.
Oh yeah, there is no push block. That's right.
Steep. And also,
yeah, there was a metered push
if you
block.
didn't have any meter, then you were just stuck and you couldn't push block up. push block at all. So now it no longer costs a bar of super meter. Now it's performed by pressing the team button while you are blocking. And if you are the assist, then the assist is the one responsible for the push block. Internally we call this push assist. So this shares the cooldown with your assist. So, and also allows you to handshake tag after a successful push assist. So available now. You have to make a choice between.
What about if it's just like solo though?
Versus defense, and if you're playing with a duo, your duo is responsible for protecting you from pressure. So, yeah, Tom, you got to help me out here when it comes to getting Sean off of me.
All right, let's see.
Hey, yeah, and then I can kind of keep the party going.
So AirTech, we saw a lot of combos which were not, real combos during Alpha Lab 1 since folks were not air-teching, and holding a normal attack button while getting comboed was just really unintuitive. So we decided to make it occur automatically.
Clock, this seems cool, but say I do a combo and you air-tech back, right?
Yeah.
Can't I just juggle you there for a long time?
So what we've done to combat that is you can opt out of the automatic air-tech by holding down.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so we want to prevent any sort of checkmate situation.
Oh, that's good.
Option to protect against offense. But of course, if I'm holding down and Sean knows I'm holding down, he could just launch me again or something, He can just keep hitting me. Yeah,
Huh.
great. Yeah. So not a real combo, but that's the sort of trade-off between, air-teching and not air-teching.
We do take those, though. We do take those.
So, OTG changes in Alpha Lab 1, we heard a lot of feedback.
Okay,
it's pretty boring to end a combo with an OTG, which in Alpha Lab 1, it forced the back roll, and then it really put you, at your opponent's mercy to their wake-up games, right? So now when you do a weak OTG on the ground, we give you the same suite of get-up actions as we do for other knockdowns. Yeah, I can roll back. And I can do my get-up attack.
Oh, okay.
Another one that we focused on was reducing combo length. Combos were too long or felt too long. We made a lot of adjustments with the goal of just shortening them in the feel in general.
Right.
So for one, you can no longer call assists after a tag launcher. You can also no longer tag after performing a double down super or supers with both champions in one combo. As an example, in Alpha Lab 1, we were seeing combos with multiple double downs in them, and it was taking a very long time. We also reduced hit pause across the board, which—
What do you mean? Double down is great.
But this really
double
makes
DHC. Come on, man.
Shorter. It also makes the game feel a little bit faster as well. I also want to talk a little bit about red health regeneration. There were a lot of games where a champion would get damaged with a lot of remaining red health.
Okay, so limiting on combo length.
Gray there, and that gray is what actually heals up. People would just literally run away for a really long time, and a big factor in this was not just how easy it was to run away, but mainly just how long it took for that health to regenerate. We made it regenerate at a speed which just allows players to get back into the action faster and make a decision where it's hey, this player's gonna come online pretty soon. Let me get back out there.
Oh, okay.
And then I want to talk a little bit about dead assist.
Health regen's a little bit easier.
What are you talking about? Well, a big change we made is really allowing you to use your assists after they've been KO'd. You see Echo off screen only has 2 bars. So even though Echo's KO'd, Tom can still do assists, can do super assists. So he's still very much in the action. And we've actually just found that a lot more fun. And when you combine that with being able to push block with the team button, there's a lot to do, even if you accidentally get KO'd early. Or are you going to go ahead and use this super assist? You're going to use it now and clutch out the round? You're going to waste it, and then your teammate's going to be like, oh my God, you should have saved it for the next round. Now that's your decision. That's you. And
wow, okay.
To fight with your teammate as well. We still want there to be
I'm still alive, baby.
Before,
you can't touch me, but I'm still alive.
Yep.
Or I'm dead. But I'm still in the fight.
And it's a long time, and so you can, get your window back to try to turn the tides there.
Finally, we felt like super jumps were too predictable and also received similar feedback in that vein. So as a result, we allowed you to hold forward, back, or down to drift in these directions for a super jump, allowing you to keep your opponent guessing and have
controllable super dashes. Okay.
A number of situations. So this is my regular super right? I can get that same distance and hold it back. You can also hold down when you super jump to sort of affect the angle that much more. So we just wanted to give you, a little bit more agency over your jump arc with super jumps.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we had a lot of work that we wanted to do in order to improve clarity and excitement. It's also lined up with a ton of feedback that you all provided us around experiences with both. One note we heard was sometimes in a match, champions were too close together and it was pretty hard to tell what was happening. So as a result, we increased the collision pill size so that now they are more visually separated during combat. Assist cooldown. So we heard from you all that the location for the assist cooldown timer was too far from the action, so we centralized this around the match timer. That way, it's easier to see in the middle than it is on the sides of the screen where it was before.
Oh, okay.
The thing that we heard were wall bounces were really fast and hard to follow up on, so we changed the animation for it and slowed it down a bit to make for easier combos. So here, I'm gonna so you can combo me. Yeah, and so, Jinx right here is falling, much slower than she would have in Alpha Lab 1, so it just makes it a lot easier to follow up on.
Okay.
Handshake tag, we received a lot of feedback that handshake tag, while your assist was getting hit, was not only confusing, but frustrating as well, so we just took that functionality out. So, Tom, maybe... Tom, you come, yeah, and then I'm gonna try to handshake tag and I can't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So get hit one more time.
Really good.
Yeah, that always falls.
Yeah. So I'm trying to handshake tag and I can't. So bad block indicators. So
and like mash out handshake tag.
Really hard
Okay.
to understand how you got opened up, especially in hectic heat of the moment battle. So we decided to add an indicator for incorrect blocking. So for example, I'm going to be blocking low here and Sean's going to hit me high.
Let me just stand. Let me hit you with the normal low, just so you can see the difference. Got it. So just stand there.
Yeah. So that's me getting hit normally, and then this is me, blocking high. Hey.
See the yellow shards coming off.
Yeah. And same thing with overheads.
I guess wrong.
And you can see
basically
here that actually the colors are a bit more striking, whether it's high or low, so that you can tell the difference between getting hit high or low. So you'll know exactly why you got hit, and you'll be able to defend against those situations in the future. So celebrating outplays. Finally, when you do something amazing, you want to make sure that everyone in and out of the game knows it, and the height matches and skill required to reach this moment. So now a successful physical parry. We put some presentation on it. So we've slowed it down. Yeah, first try.
Yeah, the Street Fighter 6 parry. Okay.
So we put some presentation on it. We added some time dilation and and we want to make sure that the effects weren't covering up the champs as well. So clarity and presentation. Similarly, we've added new presentation on the moment when you punish a retreating guard. Let me block high and then. Okay, so as you can see, we have some, we're slowing down or additional hit pause as well. Some of the we consider this a big outplay moment.
Yeah, it's also pretty cool since you have a little bit more time to hit confirm and see what you want to do if you like it. So I'll show you. Go to block. So call Darius to do something special there. There we go.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so it's presentation, clarity.
Punishes.
A bit more time to confirm.
As you guys have seen, like
punishes. Okay. All right, now we get to like Jinx. Okay. How does Jinx play?
It's really important that we have a broad variety of archetypes, and this is our first true sort of keep you out and frustrate your character. She's like a genius inventor. She's created all these gadgets, and she uses them to fight and keep you at bay and frustrate you. She's all about disruption, chaos, explosions, and just has a lot of fun doing it. And her game plan is basically to kind of fill the screen with garbage and stay one step ahead of you.
Fill the screen with garbage.
And
fill the screen with garbage.
God, I love her taunts. They're so good. I'll start with her normals. She's got a little light, medium, heavy, and she's got her little crouch light, medium, heavy. Her down forward light's a little slide. Get some distance. And then,
okay.
She's got a running medium attack, which is the low, and you can combo off of it, which is really cool. So she can go in. She's not just keep you out forever.
While running low?
Spots to go in. She's also got down forward heavy, which is an overhead, and she can combo off of it. And do some
funky with the fucking hammer. Oh god, what was that?
A couple things here, and one thing I want to call out too is her M's all use her zapper, and that will actually come into play with how it interacts with her kit, which I'll go over in a second. Let's talk about her specials. So she's bringing out Pow Pow, and she's shooting that machine gun. The cool thing is, as you saw, mine only did 6 hits, but Clock's did 12. It's because you can hold it. Oh
god, machine gun!
It out, you can. which is really fun.
Heavy machine gun.
Also hold up to extend it. And so
Sunfish.
and then hold up and hold it. And you can get 20 hits out of this thing, which is pretty fun. You know, we'll talk about like yeah, that's a really cool point as well. One of Jinx's unique abilities is that she can
Picking up gold, Lewis, over here.
S1s into her S2. And so her S2 is missile, and she can cancel this on hit or block into missile.
Oh.
You can lift them up and then cancel into a missile and things
and
like
it's comboable.
that. So,
oh god.
She does have a lot of opportunities to use both her S1 or S2 specials together. Talking a little bit, she has a back S1, which is a nice little like anti-air spread, which again, you can combo this
fucking
and then
okay.
follow up, which is really cool. She's got an air S1, so she's grinding it out mid-air, which is really cool as well. And you can again combo that into missile. So I'll go
all right.
just show you real quick. You can cancel it right away. So
oh.
All right, let's talk about her S2 specials. So that's her rocket. She's shooting that out of her awesome weapon, Fishbones. You can shoot one on the ground. You can shoot it in the air. You can also hold it, which takes a second to come out, but then it flies out really fast. She can also shoot it down while she's in the air. And this hits you. It also hits OTG, so you can do some cool, fun stuff with that. She's also got down S2, which is a rocket jump. She can hit down, down forward, or down back. So it's a really unique movement option that she can act out of. And it also hits OTG, so you can find some fun stuff with that.
Oh, that was the OTG we saw. Oh, okay.
You might notice this meter just above the super bars with her zapper. When it's full, you hit back S2. She shoots a zapper projectile, and this
like her W in the game.
I know you're trying to go for that zapper combo.
Yeah.
Look, we definitely got that on tape, all right? Also, I want to talk a lot about like her traps and how her traps kit, like, revolves around and interacts with them. So the first thing is she's got chompers. You do this with forward S1, and you tap it, and it has this little patrol of like front, back, and then after a bit of time, it explodes. Again, for counterplay, if you hit her or she blocks, like it goes away. You can also just knock that thing away with projectiles or attacks, and it'll disappear. Then she can also hold forward S1 and throw the chomper. And that's actually really cool. You notice the eyes are completely off when she's throwing it. It's not active. So go ahead and throw it at me, Clock. So even though it hit me, it's still on the ground active. But then once it's active, if it touches you, it's gonna lock on. It's gonna explode after a little bit of time.
Jeez.
So the name of the game is like, do you put it out? But then do you use your buttons in really cool ways to get it over to the opponent, right?
Brother.
You know, like when you look at this like Crouch M, or you look at this
Brother.
there's a lot of ways you can interact with chompers. Yeah, you can do stuff like that. That's actually ridiculous.
Brother. Okay.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
I hate it.
Another really cool thing too is her assists. Speaking of chompers, you know, when you do a team, that calls chompers, and you notice it attaches on block even. And they have to, like, you can parry the explosion, but it's something they really have to pay attention to. And then of course her back assist is her S2. Was that a parry attempt that I saw there?
Maybe.
That's yeah. Okay, let's see. We're gonna give you a chance. Okay, we got there. That's like one of her little traps. Another one is monkey. So you do this with down S1.
Monkey.
And she puts this monkey out, and it'll go across the screen. And once it reaches the champion, it explodes, the enemy champion. However, you can hit the down S1 again, and she can raise or lower the height.
Stop air approach. Oh, I hate it also. I hate it also.
Like, you know, her specials and normals. You can do the same thing with monkey as well. You can smack it. They kind of bounce into each other. And then like you could do stuff like this. Here, I'll go ahead and reset it to the middle. So just don't move. So don't move at all. So you can do stuff like this. Let's see if I can do it. Let's see if I can try it. Just a second.
Ooh,
so
cross up monkey.
So
cross up monkey. Oh god.
You can do with it, like, and it really depends on your timing and how you execute there. But another cool thing that you can do with the monkey is that you can actually charge it with your zapper, and so that's your zapper special. You know, under with the bar at the bottom of the screen, but also your M button. So let me go ahead and show you what that looks like. So if you hit it, it actually like, gets charged. It goes faster, and then it's gonna like quickly electrify them. You get a combo afterwards, which is really cool. Same if you do this with the zapper, and maybe that hits, maybe it doesn't. You know, we'll see if you can time it better than I can. I mean, again, this one's a little interesting. That's really durable. Projectiles, so if you just you hit it with a normal attack, it'll kill it. But try to shoot rockets at it. Yeah, so the projectiles just push it back really, and so that's a
normal hits okay to get rid of it, but projectiles no can do.
And so
what about multi hits?
Supers. So her S1 super, which you remember, it's S1 plus any normal. So we're gonna do S1 and L. She puts this big rocket in there, and a bunch of fireworks occur. So a really cool thing you can do is you can just like run up and do like light, medium, heavy, hold S1, up S1, and then do her S1 super and get that rocket going. And this is a really fun super because if you can get them in the sweet spot of the explosions, it does a ton of damage. Also, you know, it's good to catch jumpers. And another thing I want to talk about a little bit as well is her S2 super. So this one is she takes that zapper and charges it and shoots a big beam. It doesn't do as much damage as the fireworks in the sweet spot, but it's great for killing assists. You know, and hitting
of course
multiple people at once. Also, once you activate it, after the activation, you can hold up and angle it upwards. So you can do it, and if someone tries to jump, you can react during that freeze. You can also shoot it straight in the air or straight down, as Clock showed. And we'll see if we can get this guy going.
It's so easy.
I'm just really bad at this game. Jesus. There we go. I was doing the wrong one. I was doing S1. And so yeah, you can shoot that down. You can shoot it straight. See, he tried to parry. Oh, let's see if we can parry this thing. Hold on, let's see if we can parry this. Let's hit. Oh, you do hate to see a misplay.
Oh, you can multi-parry it.
If you all can parry that, send me a clip. Send us all a clip. We want to see it. And you better not whiff at the end either. It has to be like a parry and a punish. That aside though, there's a lot of utility with the beam. You have S1 plus S2, which is her ult. This is one of my favorites. It's really sick. So she hits this button, lets it rip, and this thing comes down and explodes and does a lot of damage. The really cool thing is it kind of tracks the opponent's location a little bit, and that super mega death rocket will land like right in front of them. But also, its height doesn't change. So if like they're in the air, it will hit them in the air as it's falling, which is really cool. Let's see if we can maybe manufacture that. Hit that button, man. Yeah, so you see it brought Clock down, which is really cool as well. And yeah, I showed you a little bit of the assists. I do want to show you the super assist, which is pretty cool. So she shoots a big spread. And you know, some of our super assists, they do look like existing supers in the game. But you know, sometimes we want to be a little bit different. And you know, we're definitely experimenting with a lot of different shapes here. Because it's a pretty fun moment when you come back.
Okay.
It just helps and gets through it.
Oh man, Jinx is gonna be cancerous.
And
play keep away the character.
The health. So I can show you a little bit about like, a couple combos, maybe just to kind of like get the juices flowing. I'll go ahead and start with a really fun one that uses a couple of her traps. So you can throw the chompers out, throw this out, zap, wait for it to explode, throw it out, hit the beam. Let's see if I timed it right. Oh, I messed it up.
Brother.
I was mashing.
I was using meter, but like, can you just like dash up?
I do have the double down. We'll give it one more try and we'll see if we can do it. Let's see if we can try it. Okay, so we'll do this. We'll do this. That. Wait for the chompers to explode. Throw it. Beam. Is that gonna hit?
Oh, you got it.
Oh, I didn't do it.
Too soon?
I did it too early, but
Dairy crafting live.
yeah.
What are some bread and butters?
Yeah, absolutely. So one cool thing you can do is like I said before, down forward heavy is her overhead, and you can do something like that where you can do a rocket jump.
Oh, sick!
Immediately like cancel that into her air S1 and then go right into the laser.
Yeah, one of the bread and butters I use is just sort of like a mid-screen combo that I showed earlier, which is into. Oh, wrong super.
Is that gonna hit?
I don't think so. But you can do it with yours after it's charged.
Oh yeah. Let me go. Yeah. So it's just like light, medium, heavy, full hold, cancel on a rocket.
Yeah, Jinx is gonna be very fucking scary. Very fucking annoying and scary.
I'm gonna aim it up.
There you go.
Any hit equals like annoying damage, not
like
big
the one I
damage,
think
but
is the most
annoying
fun is really
damage.
just like light, medium, heavy. Hold this, lift it up, and then do the fireworks. The cool thing is you can start setting up. So I'm putting a monkey out. I'm throwing a chompers, and there's like already stuff coming at him on the screen. Yo, how dare you hit that thing down? It's respectful. Let me go ahead and I want to show you like two more really fun combos again, just to kind of get the juices flowing. These are pretty hard. They took me some time to practice. I didn't make these up. Shout out to the team that made them up. So one of the things I wanted to show off was this unique normal she has, back heavy.
Watch
and
this.
This is cool because it puts her airborne. So you can shoot a missile right after it. And you can do a lot of really cool stuff after it. So I want to kind of show you one thing that's cool, and we'll see if we can get it here.
What the? Oh. Oh.
Ooh, there we go. There we go.
Very nice.
That's
How to use her normals in
that's
conjunction with,
60%. That's 60% right there. What the hell? 60% for that. I mean, it's a very cool looking combo. It's using like the stomp and like the kick and like things. Oh, sorry, the hammer and then the flip kick and things like that. Damn, that's 60% right there. I'm telling you, man. Right? Think about this game a lot, and like, yeah, you could come up with weird, crazy combos. You know, that could do like literally like depletion of the opponent's like life bar. Like just right there. It's
how
funny.
to use her normals in conjunction with all of her traps is just what really like makes her fun, you know, to a lot of us, and we're excited to see y'all like dig into it. I'll leave you off with just one more. This one's like pretty hard for me, and so I'm gonna need a lot of tries. I need some cheering from y'all to see if we can get this.
I believe in you, Sean.
This one I'm gonna thank you. I'm gonna try to use Darius assist and use some traps here. So we'll see how it goes.
Oh my god. I see the idea.
All right, that didn't get there.
Oh my god.
We did it. Let's go. Let's go. All right.
What the fuck? It wasn't that optimal, right? Because it was clearly like around like the 40, 45-ish range. But I mean, damn, this is why I like 2x KO. This is why I like assist-based fighters. Bro, you could think about a lot of shit in this game that you're just not like thinking of. Just be like creative. I'm like, bro, it's evil, but goddamn, is it creative? I kind of respect
I'm
it.
glad I got that. I'm glad I got there. I'm sweating a little bit. You know, shouts to the team. Loving how Jinx looks. There's just so many crazy interactions that you all can come up with here, and we can't wait to see you just like really break it open.
So, should we like play some matches?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Hell yeah.
Matches.
Yeah, I was figuring we could actually do this in the new ranked lobby that we're cooking up.
Oh.
Everything we've run through today and more will be available in Alpha Lab 2. That playtest is going to run from April 18th to 20th in the United States, Canada, and Brazil. We really want to know how these
18th to 20th, United States, Canada, and Brazil. April 18th to 20th. So, if we get in, that's gonna be this weekend. Oh, it's right before. Might have to cross out a Fatal Fury Day just to play like the beta. Ah shit. Ah shit.
You compared to Alpha Lab 1, so be sure to tell us what you think if you're invited. As we continue to put together this game and understand our path to launch, we'll be sure to keep you in the loop. So stay tuned for updates when we're ready. Can't say exactly when that will be, but I promise we're gonna keep you guys well informed as we understand more. For now, let's go to—
Oh my god, Rob.
Let's go. All right, thanks.
There better not be rules to this.
I wander, but you are lost.
So wow, okay, yeah, wow. Okay, 2x KO kind of like shaping up. Oh shit, okay. Dude, you could smack this thing and oh my god. This is Marlin Pie, Apology Man, Yoshi, and Nerd Josh. Damn. These are the devs of the game. So these are a look at like the, what was it, the skins of the game. Yeah, like look at Brahmin, this like Twitch sponsored gladiator outfit. Ooh, that's throw. No, Brom. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my god, damn. Air throws. And that's a dead Brom. That's Super 1. Yeah, but based on like what we heard, there's some pretty interesting changes. I'm not gonna say like, you know, all of them are like really good, but like, yeah, their way of like approaching of like, you know, the game mechanics of 2x KO is like everyone should have like equal amounts of fun. Everyone should have like a turn. Everyone should have the ability to, you know, play the game. And it's not fair if one person gets all the fun and not the opponent, right? It feels like pretty shitty, right? So I understand like where they're like coming from, and I think what I was like most interested about was like the sidekick fuse. Yeah, like the gamer couple mode, you know? That can be like really sick, you know? Yeah, like what I thought of like earlier, like this is trying to make like a fighting game, but in the most like cooperative like way like, you know, possible. Trust your like your teammates, trust your trust your guys. Oh, is it really gonna combo into level 3? No way. No way, this doesn't combo. Oh, it did. That's a lot of damage.
Face the wind.
Yeah, but I like all like the defensive abilities and like all the system, you know, stuffs that they're gonna like implement into like the game. Pretty interesting. Oh, I tried to do parry. Oh, a new KO screen. Okay. Yeah, so like I get it, you know? Oh, what the hell? What is Braum wearing?
More like not enough arms. Let's go!
What is Braum wearing? Right? I also like the universal like anti-air approach. That was really cool. Yeah. Yeah, again, like I think like 2x KO has a lot of ambition and potential. It will just like keep like shaping up. The only like problem like I saw is that it took him a hell of a long time from the last like alpha lab to like here. Like we're in like, you know, like what was it, half a year? Oh, like technically like 5 months? Like when was the last like when was the last like alpha lab? Let me like just double check real quick. I'll go to like the simplest approach, go to like my channel and like go type in 2x KO. When was that? Right? Oh, that was all the way back at like yeah, that was all the way back at like August-ish, or like, yeah, it was definitely August time frame. Yeah, it was that time frame. When did I do like 2x KO as like a live stream? Alpha impressions, 2x KO. Yeah, like it was deadass literally around like the August time frame, or like July-ish. Yeah, so if it's like July, right? July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, 8 months in. We should have had like an update to like the game like in between like that time, at least like for the system mechanics, you know, instead of just like, you know, waiting on like a new character, right? There were like, you know, issues in the Alpha Lab 1 that were like kind of like inconsistent, you know, perfect parries and like defense and like, you know, just the oppression of 2XKO as like a fighting game, as like an assist-based fighter. So it was like, yeah, there were problems, so we want to like hear these things addressed since they're pretty like vocal and invested into the game. We want to hear these things as soon as possible, you know, but we had to wait for here, you know. Ooh, we get to see some Alawi play, and Alawi got a blindfold on. A tease of Lee Sin, maybe. In motion.
My time.
Oh, poor Alawi. Come on, baby girl, what are you gonna do? Oh, oh yeah, oh yeah. I love that girl. I love that girl, bro. Oh, damn, Echo going in, bro. In motion. Yeah, but 2XKO definitely like shaping up, you know? I really like dig some of the stuff that they're like doing. We'll just have to like see like in future updates, like when the Alpha Lab like comes out next month, we'll see like how it plays, right? After like 9 months since like the first Alpha Lab. How well is it like gonna do? You know, if we find like some of like the similar like problems that we discovered in like Alpha Lab 1, despite like, you know, the changes, I guarantee there's gonna be new ways to like, you know, oppress people, find like big dealing like, you know, damage, right? Because we saw like the Jinx combo where the devs did like around like 60%. Yeah, it just puts into my mind it's gonna be like 2 to like 3 touch of death game, right? You know, it's not gonna be like 1 touch like Marvel-esque, you know, but it will definitely be like, you know, some repeating problems of it will definitely be like some repeating problems of Alpha Lab 1, and will be like historically repeating problems of, you know, just assist-based fighters with like, or any game that has like, you know, long combos, long strings, creative stuff, things like that, and it's just gonna leave like, you know, a huge level of like disdain and just overall like I'm not interested in 2XKO anymore. Since there's long big combos, I don't want to see a cutscene here and there, you know. That's kind of like how it is, bro. I don't want to see my character getting hit a lot of the time. You have defensive options, but, you know, like shit like this, right? Like this, like hard knockdown, go for mix, echo, time rewind. There's a lot of like mixes in the game, and it's like, how do I guess that? Is there, I could use like a get up like attack maybe, but if the opponent knows like what you're gonna do, right, then if the opponent just like knows you, like, you know, no pun intended, like the movie Inside Out, then yeah, the game's gonna be like an unfun time for you.
Ready? Let's go!
Let's go! Oh, they changed the announcer UI? Right? Assist-based fighters are not like, you know, the easiest thing. They can be like the easiest thing because, you know, because now it's like newer games like... Sorry. Auto combos and, you know, just, right, simpler like controls and like feel. But the nature of them is not good. They are not gonna like change. Easiest ones are like to you know get into are like, you know, 1v1 fighters or even like Smash Brothers. Shit is very simple, but I mean, there's a whole lot of reasons why people will get into like Smash Brothers, or general populace will like Smash Brothers, is that, yeah, it's just very tame and, you know, friendly. 2XKO is not very friendly. Just like a harsh, like, truth sort of thing. Sorry, coughing. It's 12:40. Sure, but I should have done it like I should have asked for it now. Okay, yeah, now. KO. Yeah, but 2XKO. Definitely gonna be like signing up to the playtest. Hopefully, inshallah, I get my own code for the Alpha Lab and it's gonna be a fun time.